Starting a business can be really scary and intimidating. So in order to reduce the risk, it may make sense to leverage a proven business model instead of starting something from scratch. Because of this, a lot of people are flocking to franchises as ways to get a business in a box. So if you want to avoid businesses with high failure rates, then you may find this video helpful, because today we're going to dive into 5 franchise industries that tend to have lower failure rates. Now, according to the International Franchise Association, the overall failure rate for franchises in the United States is around 10 to 15%. Now, some studies have found that newer franchises have a higher failure rate than established franchise systems, but there's really an absence of solid data around that. And there are other factors that can impact the success rate of a franchise, including the level of support and training provided by the franchisor, the franchisee's business experience, and then of course the strength of the franchise system's marketing and branding efforts. Another thing that most franchisors don't really like to talk about is that not all markets are created equal. What does that mean? What it means is that a franchise in San Diego may perform very differently than one in Oklahoma, depending upon many factors like population density, the amount of competitors, or just being in a different climate. I mean, an ice cream franchise may perform a lot better in Florida than it would in Oklahoma. All right, so let's dive into the 5 different franchise industries. So first, we have janitorial services. Franchises in the janitorial industry often offer a lot of flexibility. You have things like low startup cost and one-person cleaning operations, and then potentially a recurring revenue stream because you get clients and then you get them on a once a month or twice a month cleaning schedule. So what also helps is that you have residential and commercial clients who can provide stability in your business. So second, you have mobile franchises. So this isn't an industry or niche, so to say, but because there are a lot of different mobile franchises, you have a lot of different industries. You have pet grooming, you have home services and repair, you have things like food, which could be cookies or shaved ice. So there's a lot of different options, and the upfront investment is so much lower than opening up a traditional brick and mortar business. So you can often get up and running for far less than a quarter of the investment of a brick and mortar franchise. Third, the senior care is a really interesting option. And franchises that provide senior care services such as in-home care or assisted living facilities often have a low failure rate due to the growing aging population and increasing demand for the services. Check out this statistic. Over 16% of the US population is over the age of 65. So these type of franchises can be especially successful if they offer high quality care and have a strong marketing strategy. Now fourth, child-related franchises are a promising industry with a low failure rate. There are so many options, from music classes to trampoline parks to daycares to athletic activities. These type of franchises can be especially successful if they fill a need in the local community and have a reputation for delivering excellent instruction and experiences. Now finally, auto repair franchises are not going anywhere anytime soon. Even with EVs exploding, franchises in the auto repair industry can have a low failure rate because people always need to have their vehicles repaired and maintained. These types of franchises can be especially successful if they offer a wider range of services, so businesses like quick lube oil changes could be impacted more by the change to EVs because of the fact that you don't have oil in EVs, right? But they still have to have their tires done and brakes done. And so the more range of services you have, potentially the better. Now look, ultimately it's important for you to do your own research and due diligence before investing in any franchise, and to seek the advice of a qualified professional if you have any questions. So you can take advantage of some of our free franchise trainings and resources in the links below. As an example, we have our Zero to Profitable Franchise Guide that will detail exactly how to go from zero, meaning no franchise, all the way through to finding, vetting, buying, and getting it profitable. But look, keep in mind that no business is completely immune to failure, and it's important to carefully elevate the risk and potential rewards of any business venture before making a decision. Which is why this next video on the 3 huge mistakes to avoid when thinking about buying a franchise is going to make sure that you put yourself in the best position to succeed and to avoid costly mistakes. Now, what are your thoughts on the industry picks? Let me know in the comments below. and consider subscribing if you haven't done so already, and I'll look forward to seeing you on the next one.